Tzion, Tzion, Uvar Hashem, Mirushalayim. Baruch she'nosan Torah le'amo Yisrael, Baruch she'nosan Torah le'amo Yisrael, she'nosan Torah le'amo, she'nosan Torah le'amo b'kdush.
Greetings once again from Mount Zion, here at the King David World Peace Visitor Center. We're going to continue, and maybe this will be the last part of the lesson of this part of the Kavanot on Har Tzion, about Tzion, Zion, and how to connect to it. So we're going to continue again where we last left off. When we put these names together, if you recall, these are the names, the three names of the central column and the powers of the Sefirot that they represent. We're talking about Yaakov, Yosef, and David. But when we put these names together, they form what's called the keys to a triple lock of the central column of those Sefirot, which is Tiferet, Yesod, and Malchut. Now, if you look at it from our perspective of things, which is from the bottom and going up, because we have to do the unlocking, we're first going to unlock the Sefirah of Malchut, and that is of David. After that, we unlock the Sefirah of Yesod, which is Yosef. After that, we unlock the Sefirah of Tiferet, which is Yaakov. However, when we're spelling Yaakov, and when we're going to meditate on that, we're meditating on Yaakov with a Vav which is symbolic of drawing down from above to below the Shafa, the abundance of Hashem, spiritual abundance. Now, the Vav is 6, and that symbolizes the light from Zir Anpin, from that level of 6 Sefirot. Again, Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, and Yesod. When these keys are used properly, their potential will be actualized, which is embedded in the total gematria. This is the hint, the remez to these names. Again, that's David, Yosef, and Yaakov. 14, Yosef 156, same as Tzion, and Yaakov, spelled with a Vav, 188. The total gematria is 358. That is the gematria of Mashiach, Messiah. Now, to begin to utilize these keys, it is important to remember that all of creation is for the sake of the completion of what's called in Kabbalah the Malchut Da'asiyah, what basically is the lowest Sefirah called Malchut, kingship, in the lowest world of the 4 worlds we're talking about primarily here, which is in this case Atzilut, Bria, Yetzirah, and Asiyah. Yes, there's a 5th, Adam Kadmon, but regarding the lowest one is Asiyah. That is the physical world where at this moment Hashem is the most concealed. But in the very soon future, Bezrat Hashem, God willing, the time of the Geula Shlema, this will no longer be true. For Hashem's presence will be and have the greatest revelation in this lowest Sefirah, which Hashem will not just call Malchut, but He will call it Malchuti, which means my Malchut, my kingdom. For all beings, all walks of life, human or non-human, will see and know that the entire earth, the whole world, and all physical existence is nothing more than the kingdom of Hashem. And everything belongs to Him and serves Him. And that's what will be the case. That's what will be the reality of things. In this time, the Beit HaMikdash will be established for eternity, being the holy place of Hashem, which Hashem Himself will call, not just Mikdash, but will call it Mikdashi, my holy place. As it is written in Yeshayahu Samach Yud Gimel, or Isaiah 60:13, Kavod halvanon elayich yavo barosh tidhar Ut ashur yachtel defaer makom mikdashi umakom raglai ahabed. Translated, the glory of Lebanon shall come to you, box trees, firs, and cypresses together to glorify the place of my sanctuary, my mikdash, and the place of my feet I will honor. A lot of secrets, of course. Also, you can look in Yechezkel, Lamed Zayin, Chavav through Chaf Chet, or Ezekiel 37 is the chapter, verse 26 through 28. It says over there, V'charati lahem barit shalom barit olam yihiyeh otam un tatim v'harbeti otam v'datati et mikdashi bitocham leolam v'haya mishkani alehem v'hayiti lahem le'elohim v'hema yihiyu li la'am v'yad'u hagoyim ki ani Adonai mekadesh et Yisrael v'hiyot mikdashi bitocham le'olam. Translated, and I will form a covenant of peace for them. An everlasting covenant shall be with them, and I will establish them, and I will multiply them, and I will place my sanctuary in their midst forever. A lot of pronouns. And my dwelling place shall be over them, and I will be to them a God, as they shall be to me as a people. Who are them? All the nations shall know that I am Hashem who sanctifies Yisrael, when my sanctuary is in their midst forever. Now, this place can be summed up with just one word, which really refers to 6 aspects, 6 places that are really one united whole. Any guesses? Of course, it is Tzion. A big hint to all that is found in this when we connect the word Tzion, Zion, with these names, these 3 names, so that you have Yosef, or let's begin in order again from below above, David, Yosef, Yaakov, Tzion. The gematria added now becomes 514. This is the same gematria as the word Uv Malchuti, translated, and in my Malchut, and in my kingdom, as it is written and hinted to in the context in Sefer, the book of Divrei Hayamim, which is Aleph, Yud Zayin Yud Daled, so it's Chronicles 1, and the parak or chapter is 17, verse 14. Let's get that right. So there it is written, V'ha'amarti hu beveiti uvemalchuti ad ha'olam v'chiso yihiyeh nachon ad olam. Translated, and I shall station him in my house and in my kingdom forever, and his throne shall be established forever. Who we're talking about? Any guesses also? Well, let's understand. This is also the same gematria as the word memikdashecha, before we answer the question. And that means, again, from your sanctuary, from your mikdash. Concerning this, it is hinted to, and it is written in its context in the book of Psalms, Tehillim, Samechet Lamed Vav, at 68, chapter, verse 36. Nora Elohim b'mikdashecha El Yisrael hu noten oz v'tza'atzumot la'am baruch Elohim. Translated, you are feared, O God, from your sanctuary, the God of Israel. He gives strength and power to the people. Blessed is Hashem. See now another hint to this power, what it is. The word mikdashi. See that the atbash, again, another numerical value of this word itself, mikdashi, is 156. Gematria of Tzion and Yosef, the higher self that we need to connect to. This is the power that we have to connect to make all of this happen and to give us the purpose and benefit of our lives, which is according to Hashem's plan. It's huge, people. And we have to understand that this power that we all have to connect to first comes and emanates from the general soul. Klali, as it's called, Neshama Klali. That comes through Mashiach ben David, and that's where he gets it from. And that Neshama, that general collective soul, is what forms the power and the aspect of Mashiach ben David, the Messiah, son of David. And through him it gets then dispersed to the rest of Am Yisrael, the Jewish nation, the children of Israel, as well as then from there to the rest of the world and all of the other people who are also a part of the divine plan and who are not Jewish or from the children of Israel. Where is the hint to this? The hint is found in the gematria of the word Mikdashi. The regular gematria is 454, which is the same gematria of the word L'Mashiach ben David, to the Mashiach ben David. That's where the power goes to from the collective whole. Now, let's go further if we're ready. Another wonder we can also see from the words of Isaiah 60:13 or Yeshayahu Perek Samech Pasuk Yud Gimel. From the words there, it is written again, Makom Mikdashi, Makom Raglai, Ahabed. As we said before, from the place Mikdashi is my Mikdash, and from the place of my feet I will honor. So here we see what's written twice, Makom, two places, Makom and Makom. Why two? What are the places? Of course we know the answer to that. Again, it's Har and Tzion. It's the two aspects of Tzion. The Yesod and the Malchut, the foundation and the kingdom. These are the two special mountains. But let's see further, another secret to this. It is also written in the Tehillim now, 48:12 or Mem Chet Pasuk Yud Bet, Book of Psalms, Tehillim, Yismach Har Tzion, Mount Zion shall rejoice. Let's first understand this as if it was written as Yismach Tzion, without Har. Gematria of these two words equals 514, containing all the secrets as I just said. Now understand that the word Yismach contains, if you switch around the letters, the same letters form the word Mashiach. So we actually have then Mashiach Tzion. A hint to the aspect that Tzion, which is the collective soul of Bnei Israel, the children of Israel, and extends also to the rest of humanity, is also connected, of course, which is the root of the soul of Mashiach. Now understand that the words Har Tzion as Yismach Bahar Tzion. This is again, and there'll be rejoicing in Har, in the mountain of Zion, of Tzion. This being a big hint to the word Har, as if it was written here. So the gematria of the words Bahar Tzion, in the Mount Zion, equals 363. That is the gematria of HaMashiach, the Messiah. Thus, these words can be understood then as Yismach HaMashiach. The Mashiach will rejoice. We'll be happy. We'll celebrate. Compare this then to the tefillah, the prayer that we say on the Sabbath, on Shabbat, in the Shemona Esrei, the Amidah, the standing prayer. We say the words Yismach Moshe. Moshe will rejoice. Moses will rejoice. The reason is because, as is known by our sages, and it is passed down, that the inner level, the inner soul, the aspect of Mashiach is the soul of Moshe Rabbeinu. Therefore, Moshe Rabbeinu's neshama, his soul, and that of Mashiach are one and the same. Now, see also a profound secret why this Tehillim uses exactly these words, Yismach Har Tzion. That's actually what it says, meaning that there's a reason for using exactly these words. Yismach Har Tzion, Gematria Mispar Gadol, of these words equals exactly 1369. Gematria of Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, and all the other secrets that we already discussed already. Now, when will all this transpire? When will this all happen? So let's go through that. When it will happen, then the lowest sphera, the lowest level of its divine emanation of Malchut will then become the highest sphera, that of Keter, thus unifying and reuniting Malchut with Keter, the highest with the lowest, as Hashem first unified Keter with Malchut to begin creation. Behold, here are the hints to this. Hashem's name, as related to the sphera of Keter, is Eheke, Aleph He Yud He, whose gematria equals 21. Hashem's name, as related to the sphera of Malchut, is, as we say, Ado then Noi, Aleph Dalet Nun Yud, or Adnut, whose gematria is 65. Add those two up together, and you're going to get the total of 86, which is the holy name of Elohim, but with a Hey, Aleph Lamed Hey Yud Mem. Thus, this is the name of Hashem throughout all of creation in the first section of the Torah. Thus, the Torah begins with Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim v'et haaretz. Understand now that another secret to all of this is contained within the very first two words of Bereshit bara, in the beginning created. The gematria of these two words equals 1116. This is the same gematria. The two words of the sphera together, Keter Malchut. Yishtabach Shemo praises Hashem for these incredible secrets that I'm sharing with you now, which is really one sphera. It's one, where Hashem designated these two names to be like polar opposites of each other, but He brought them together that formed the immense power of the Big Bang that began all of creation. It first happened in the supernal worlds and later played itself down in our world of Asya. So now you know the truth. And this is the power. And this is why, through our kavanot, through our intentions, through knowing this information and asking Hashem, and the power that we are tapping into is huge. How huge? Just think about all of this. But we need to know that we are active partners with Hashem, active partners to fulfill His higher will, Ratzon. We're simple down over here, but we have that spark of the neshama, the soul of David within us, of David HaMelech. And we need to connect it to the higher level of ourselves, which is also a part, which is Joseph or Yosef, which connects to Yesod. We have to unlock these first. These two locks, these two channels of the Shafa from below and to above, and then from there we go to connecting to Yisrael, we go connecting to Yaakov, to Jacob, and we draw it down, and then we connect that up to the next higher level as well. And then when we're able to do all of these things again, we're in the time, people of Mashiach. But again, it has to be the collective whole. Not just only individuals. It starts individually, but we have to work and make it a collective effort and elevate ourselves and elevate the entire world collectively. Amen Kedi Hiratzon, may we work to get that done. I also want to add one more thing. I went over details over here through these videos of this video series of the Kavanot of Tzion, but I gave hints to a lot of secrets, a lot of little things here and there. I'm going to be making videos in more details on what those things are more about. And again, these are like modules. These are keys that will help you unlock so much. But I also want to mention, very important, it doesn't add up to anything if people are not going to follow the Torah, keep the mitzvot, shomer, watch the mitzvot, mitzvot aseh, to do, mitzvot lo ta'aseh, that you have to abstain from. For the Jewish people, again, the total is 613. Nobody can do 613, not one single person. But when we're doing it collectively, then we are in the fulfillment of the 613. That's why it's a collective effort. And even the ones that we cannot do, when we learn about them, then it is also as if we have done them. And a lot of those are very, very important regarding the avodah, the work of the Kohanim, the Kohen Gadol, and the Beit HaMikdash. For the people who are not Jewish, the nations of the world, again, you just have the 7. Learn the 7, go to heaven, and then you can learn the details on those. And you can get in contact with me if you would like, again, regarding getting the book of the Divine Code, which is the Shulchan Aruch, the book of law for the nations that will elaborate on what those commandments are. And there's approximately going to be an elaboration of about 70, the subcategories of the 7 that it breaks down into. You have to know these. You have to do them. You have to follow and know that only Hashem, Hu Elohim, Ein Od Milvado. There is only one God. There is no other God. No intermediary either. It's directly God. You can pray on the merit and the schut as it is of our tzaddikim, of our forefathers, of the righteous ones. But don't worship them like you worship Hashem. There's only Hashem. With this information, let it suffice again for now too, and I'll see you, Bezrat Hashem, God willing, then in the next videos. Thank you again, and please come also now and visit the website, a new website. Well, it's going to have a lot of information, and it's going to be a work in progress, which is Torah Tzion, and that is .net. Thank you again, everybody. Be well. Take care. Thank you again.